Hello, friends. Okay, so I'm gonna wait for this little thing to pop up. There we go. I'm gonna share this to my page, which is called Rhea Coleman. That's like my personal Facebook page. So if you're not friends with me on there, make sure that you request to follow. My friends button, like my friends list thing, is full. So you can't friend request me, but you can click the follow button and then click the see first button. And then I'm also going to share this to my group. So if you don't already, if you're not in that yet, make sure that you request to join. It's super easy. It's just called Beauty by Rhea Hope. So make sure that you request to join in there too. Happy Halloween. Can you guys believe it's already Halloween? It's so crazy. This year is going by so quickly, so fast. And Royce is about to turn 4, which blows my mind. She was almost a Halloween baby. Her due date was the 26th. And she obviously didn't come. And then I was like, I swear, if this child comes on Halloween, I'm gonna be so sad. But she was born November 3rd, so we good. But it is so crazy. I can't believe it. And I know a lot of you guys are already liking the rain and the snow. I don't know how you guys do trick-or-treating in that. But we are gonna trick-or-treat. The kids are so excited. Abel is so excited. So I'm going to show you guys my little fall makeup look. It's kind of funny because the lip look that I'm going to do today, I was thinking about it and I'm pretty sure I only wear this lip combo on Halloween. I don't know why, I don't know. I love it. I should wear it more, but I always especially want to wear it on Halloween because it's so like fall. It's darker. It's like more, you'll see. It's really, really fun. Yay! I'm so excited for you, Kelsey. You're going to love them. If anyone needs my launch link, make sure that you just send me a message and I can give you the link to make sure that I get the credit. But if you see a link that has my picture on it, whether it's a picture of me with the link above it or below it, or if I'm live and I give the link, then I get the credit for that. Otherwise, if you see another girl with a link, I don't get the credit. She would. So make sure that you message me or just shop if you see my face. I am not going to dress up. It is too much walking with the kids for me to dress up, honestly. And it's like Royce always gives up halfway. She just wants to be carried. It's usually like my workout of the year is carrying her up and down these streets. So yeah, no, I don't dress up on Halloween. My mom has a Halloween party every year. And so that's when we dress up, my husband and I. But after that, no. Royce is supposed to be dressing up as Sophia the First, but today she told me that she wants to be Cinderella. Thankfully, we have many dresses for her to choose from. And then Abel is going to be a ninja. So random. He doesn't even like ninjas. Like, he doesn't even watch ninjas. I'm like, why don't you want to be like a dinosaur? He's obsessed with dinosaurs. Anyway, kids. Snowing in Illinois. Wow, crazy. Aw. Our daughters are almost birthday twins. All right, so we'll go ahead and get started. So today I'm going to be using the Liquid Touch and the BB Flawless today. I am doing makeup pretty early, and so we're going to be out pretty late. So whenever I'm going where I know I'm going to be wearing my makeup for a really long time, I love to use this coverage because, one, it stays flawless all day long, takes zero touch-ups, and my skin lately has been feeling a little bit dry just from the weather. So I love mixing it with my BB Flawless. So the difference between these, because I get this question a lot, what's the difference between the BB Flawless and the other foundations? So BB Flawless Complexion Enhancer is just that. It's a complexion enhancer. It has a natural SPF in it. It's more of a moisturizing foundation, kind of like a CC cream or a BB cream. So that's what this one is, except it's a little better coverage than some BB creams I've tried in the past. I love it because it totally reduces your redness. You can wear it by itself or you can mix it, like I'm going to do, with your Liquid Touch. So this dries into more of a dewy finish, and then this lays more in a matte finish. So when you combine the two, you get like this really gorgeous satin finish, which I really love because it's a happy medium of dewy and matte. It's also really hydrating because of the BB Flawless, and then it also has that SPF in it. So I absolutely love mixing these two. You can get either or of these in the Kudos. It's very rare. In fact, I think this is one of the very first times that they allow you to pick the Kudos and you get to pick any foundation, including the BB cream. Usually it's just the foundations like the stick and the spray and the liquid, but this month you can choose the BB. So whether you already have the liquid or you already have the spray, I would highly recommend at least grabbing the BB Flawless in this month's Kudos because, you guys, at midnight tonight, the kudos will be gone. So I don't think that they're gonna do the foundation on that big of sale for a very long time. That's kind of the way they roll. They'll do a huge sale on something and then you won't see it on sale like that for a year. So if you haven't yet grabbed it, or if you have and you want to stock up, if you already know what your winter shade is or your summer shade for your foundation or concealer, I wouldn't wait. I would grab it like as soon as possible so you get that really good discount. So then when you do run out, you have it already on hand and you don't have to worry about purchasing it at full price. So definitely make sure. So no, it's, yes, exactly, Lynn, 3 a.m. Eastern time. So all of Unique goes off Pacific Standard Time. So right now it's 11:40 here today. So definitely make sure that you order if you haven't already. And if you need to be color matched or you're not sure what shade you are, just message me and I can give you a recommendation. All I need is a selfie. So send me a selfie. You can even be wearing makeup in it, is fine. Just as long as you're facing natural light. So make sure that you get me that selfie before the sun sets tonight. I'm also going to be busy trick-or-treating with the kids. So make sure that you get me that picture as soon as possible so I can get back to you right away. So that way I don't find your message tomorrow morning and I'm like, no, I can color match you, but it's too late. I mean, you can still get it obviously, but it's going to be at full price. So definitely make sure that you send me that selfie ASAP so I can get back to you. You're so welcome. I'm so excited. If you haven't yet grabbed the foundation on sale yet and you already know what color you are, definitely do so right now, as soon as you can. Hi, Sherry. How are you? Just got 2 kudos. I would like to send one back when I'm finished because it didn't look great on my skin. Yes, you could absolutely do that. No problem. They have an amazing exchange and return policy. So if something doesn't work out for any reason, you can always return it. So even if you aren't sure if you're going to love something, I would still grab it so you get it on sale. And if you don't love it, you could just return it. No problem. All right, so let's just take a moment for this coverage. Look how good that is. That was just a tiny little dollop of the BB Flawless and a tiny little squirt of the Liquid Touch on top. And look at how incredible that is. Completely takes away any redness. Completely gives me that even coverage. I love that this just, it's such good coverage and it's so lightweight on your skin. Happy Halloween. Yes, the BB Floss and Liquid Touch together is definitely one of my favorites. My kids are going to be a princess and a ninja for Halloween. Oh my gosh, you guys have, everyone wants to know. Hello, how are you? Is the foundation good for warm weather? Abso-stinkin'-lutely. I live in San Diego, so we're pretty much always warm here. So it's really, really great for warm weather. It's also really good for humid weather. Every year for Unique, they take us, they don't take us, they have convention and we go. But every year it's been somewhere really freaking humid. This last year in August, we were in Florida, in Orlando. Last August, we were in Texas, in San Antonio. And the year before that, we were in New Orleans in August. So talk about humidity. Oh my goodness. I was a little worried about my makeup and I was so impressed. I think that's when I was like the most impressed, was when we were in New Orleans in August and my makeup looked incredible all day long. I just baked a little more than I normally would with the Touchable Translucent Setting Powder, and it did so incredibly well. But if you do live somewhere where it's really dry, definitely mixing the BB Flawless with your foundation is like game changer. It just adds a slight kind of hydration to your skin so it doesn't look or appear or feel really dry. So highly recommend it. You can also use it with the spray foundation. You're just not going to mix it like this, obviously. You'll apply the BB Flawless first and then do the spray on top. So you can absolutely do that with that option, just you'll do it a little different. Finish upgrading your complexion. Thanks, Janice. So for the liquid, I'm using the shade Eyelet, and then for the BB Floss, I'm using the shade Honey. So I mix those 2 colors together to equal out to my complexion. And if anything ever doesn't look too, if it looks too dark or too light or whatever the issue may be, you can always kind of offset it using your pressed powder. So sometimes, most of the time, almost always actually, when I am color matching you guys, I'll give you multiple shades. Like I'll tell you to get the shade Taffeta in the spray. I'll tell you to get Organza in the concealer, and I'll tell you to get this color in the pressed powder. And the reason for that is because not all of us are just this one perfect match, this one perfect shade. We don't fit into these little boxes. All of us have so many unique undertones to us. I mean, especially from how odd the heritages are nowadays. I'm like German, Indian, and whatever the Vikings were. Like, that's so random. So most of the time you need a good combination of colors to equal out to your skin tone. So that's why it's super important to make sure that you're being color matched by me so I can give you that recommendation. And it's really important to follow through with the recommendation, because you could get just the liquid touch and be like, Ray, it doesn't match. I'm like, that's because you didn't get the pressed powder to offset that color, so it matches perfectly. So, method to my madness, I swear. You purchase lash, over. Message me if you're having trouble joining. I can help you. Nordic, thank you. What ratio do you use? So, I don't really use like an exact ratio with it. I mostly just kind of eyeball it, but it'll be just like a pea-sized amount like you saw on the top of the powder concealer brush. And then I just kind of squirt just a little bit on top of that with the liquid touch. And you can kind of play around with the ratio for your own skin to see what is like the sweet spot for that. So definitely another option. And then you can always message me too if you're like, does this look right or whatever. I'm here to help you guys. How do I attach a photo to a message not seeing an option? Tara, if you go to Facebook and you're messaging me that way, you should see like a little arrow, and you should see like a little camera. That's where you can click it. Love. Oh, I already did that one. Yes, it works incredible on mature skin. This combo came from my mom. She's in her 50s. She came over one day, and I was like, my gosh, your skin looks like a porcelain doll. What are you using? And she said, oh, I'm using both the foundations you gave me. I was like, both the foundations? Why are you doing that? I thought she was crazy. And she was like, well, the liquid touch is a little watery for my liking, and the BB Floss is a little thick. So I mix them together, and I really love the consistency. And I was like, that's not a bad idea. Went home, and I tried it, and I was like, my mom's a genius. I mean, your mom is always right, right? So we can thank Lisa for the Lisa mixture. BB and light liquid touch. Yes, absolutely, Karen. Color spot on for me. Yay, Jody. Awesome. What is the discount code for 1110 Leather? Amber, my coupon code is Rhea C10. Makeup mirrors, 54 now. Use my code, and that should save you, Sally. My code for them is Rhea15. This refinish mask. So the BB cream and the liquid and the stick. Oh, isn't that so good? I now have all the foundations. I got my stick. Yay, I'm so excited. It's so fun, too, that you can kind of play around with different coverages, too. All right, so now I'm going to take my Skin Perfecting Concealer in the shade Organza, and we're just going to pop this on underneath our eye. And this is just going to bump up the coverage a little bit, and it hides any like dark circles or any discoloration that you see. If you struggle with having really dark under eyes and you're not using the Skin Perfecting Concealer, you definitely need to grab it. It is so good, especially for darker eyes like I have, and then for hiding dark circles. I love how easy and beautifully it blends out with the liquid touch together. And then we're applying this with the Blending Buds by Unique. These beauty blenders that I've been using are made from like a different consistency than your everyday beauty blender. They really, really, really make a huge difference with how your makeup looks when you're done with it. And like I said, they're different from ones that you're gonna pick up at Ulta or wherever. They really, really are. So make sure that you're snagging these. Woo, almost dropped them. Snag these to apply your liquid, your BB Flawless, and your concealer. Yay, I'm so excited for you, Laura. Having trouble using concealer on all over coverage. So Beth, make sure that you're warming up in between your fingers. And then if you squirt a little bit of your concealer and a little bit of water, like a watery consistency comes out, totally normal. Just kind of wipe that off and then keep squeezing till it gets a little bit thicker. Am I blurry? You guys let me know. Let me know if I'm blurry so I can kind of fix it. I'm going to a party wearing an emerald green dress. You should try with green dark eyeshadow. Ooh, green eyeshadow. That would be fun. It's a good idea. I'll put that on the old to-do list. I know, the blending buds are amazing. Do you squeeze the beauty blenders when you're pressing it into the skin? Not really squeezing it. Mostly I'm just like holding it firmly and like bouncing it off my skin. The blending buds, you get both of them, the large and the small, and I believe they're $17. They last for like over a year. Yeah, you'll love it. I'm so glad you're taking advantage of the kudos. It's such a good deal, you guys. I have never seen the savings be that much on any kudos, on anything actually on our website. You save $50. It's normally $150 to get what comes in the kudos, and you get it for $99, but only until midnight tonight. So if you have been planning on grabbing it, or you did grab it and you know what you love and you know what matches your skin, I would grab multiples just so you get it on sale. I'm going blurry in and out. In and out for me, in and out. Okay, hold on. Wait a second. All right, I undid for my Wi-Fi, so let me know if that's any better. Our blending bed's expensive compared to beauty blenders, so every company is different. I don't think ours are very expensive for how long they last and how big of a difference they make for applying your foundation and concealer, and you get two for $17 instead of just the one. My sweater, I'm going to give you guys full outfit details on my Instagram story as soon as I get off here, so make sure that you follow me on Instagram. My name on there is Rhea Hope. All right, so what I did just now is I used this technique which is called baking. It's essentially just taking a translucent setting powder and applying it all over your skin. So this is a really good step if you have really oily skin, or you're going through menopause, or you work around grease or food, because instead of all of that going into, it's worse, hold on, okay. All right, I redid on there. Let's see if that's any better. Let's give it a second. Hopefully it'll get better. But the setting powder, like I was saying, it's gonna absorb any of that stuff. So instead of it moving around your foundation, it's just gonna absorb into the setting powder. All right, let me know if that's any better. Give it like a second, and then it should get better, hopefully. I just turned the Wi-Fi back on. I saw a comment up here. I do dampen the blending buds, yes. Melanie, it just depends on what your skin type is, but I think I've given you a color match already, but you can message me if I haven't yet. It's better? Okay, good. What press powder would you recommend for my skin type? Remind me what your skin type is. Okay, it's good? Okay, good. All right, so now here's a little tip or trick if you have under eyes that are a little bit puffier or just really dark, and you have trouble brightening them up and like making it look a little firmer. So this is called the Mineral Touch Pressed Powder. This also comes in the kudos, and then you can use the shade Scarlet, which is the shade I'm using. But again, you can message me if you're not sure what shade to grab to do this step. And we're just using a dry beauty blender. We're gonna pop this right underneath our eye, just like this. And this is going to not only brighten up our under eye, but it's also going to stop any creasing from happening with our concealer. And it makes our under eye appear a little bit firmer and brighter than it normally is. But just like that. And then what I would do is I would take my fan brush again, and I'll just sweep against that, and that will kind of lighten it up so it won't be so heavy. All right, so now you could leave it if you do have dry skin. However, you can see a lot of discoloration in my skin tone from all the different products. What is this hair doing? Like, what is happening? Get a ponytail back there. So what I like to do is take my Mineral Touch Pressed Powder, and this is in the shade Satin. This is gonna be like my all over shade. And like I said in the beginning, I always give you guys full recommendation on what colors to grab to equal out to your skin tone. So if I were to stop, it would make it look like my face was too light for my chest. So let's do one side and I'll show you guys that difference. So I'm using a big kabuki brush for this step, and I'm taking the pressed powder in the shade Satin, and we're gonna push this all over the skin, and this is going to give us that color back, but it's also gonna give us a fuller coverage. Our pressed powder is so incredibly silky soft. It's not heavy, it's not cakey, it's so lightweight. It feels so good on the skin, and it just makes your foundation look so airbrushed. Always blend it down the neck. All right, so pausing, you see that difference? See how this side of my face looks much more put together versus this side you can see kind of some discoloration. You can still see my skin underneath versus this side looks completely airbrushed, looks like a porcelain doll. You see that? So that is the pressed powder, guys. If you don't have this yet, and if you've been using nothing to set your liquid foundation or your spray or any of those foundation products, I definitely recommend it. And I know you can be scared sometimes about using too much powder if you have dry skin or mature skin, but I'm telling you, this powder is like magic. It is so light. It's so beautiful on the skin, and it's so airbrushed. So definitely grab it. And let me know if you need to know what shade to grab in it. But you can also choose this in the Kudos for your foundation option. So you can get it on sale. Yay, I'm so excited for you. The sweater is adorable. Thank you. Is satin darker than taffeta? Yes, it is. Yes, great to mention, absolutely. What am I doing wrong? Using foundation, concealer, and powder baking under my eye creases. Maybe try skipping the baking and start using the Mineral Touch press powder to pat underneath your eye and see if that helps. Aw, thanks, Janice. I do know what the November Kudos is, but I'm sworn to secrecy. But I will tell you it will go in combination with what you have this month. Scarlet would be lighter. So scarlet in the pressed powder would be really nice underneath the skin, yeah. Awesome, yes. I need everything, yes. Message me and I can give you a full recommendation. All right, so now that we have our full coverage, now we are going to give ourselves some structure back to our skin so we don't look so washed out, so everything just looks really flawless. So we're gonna take the Beachfront bronzer in the shade Hermosa on top of the tapered blusher brush. This brush is so amazing for getting a really accurate and easy contour. It fits right perfectly in that hollow. It's just so easy to do. So we're gonna take the tapered blusher brush, and what you're gonna do is tap it in your bronzer, swirl it into the cap, and then you go from the top of the ear to the corner of the mouth, and then you're gonna take this horizontally, and then you're gonna turn it vertically and just do little swirls just like this over that. Just like so. And then for around the forehead, I like to do just around the hairline, and I'll kind of focus it in the temples and then bring it down. Just like that. Staying away from like the center of the forehead. So if your foundation ever looks a little too light, if you got a tan or anything like that, you can always use bronzer to warm it up as well. So here's a little trick if you're getting a little bit older and your cheeks are starting to kind of droop down around this area, you can take this around the jawline, and it's gonna give the appearance that it's a little bit sharper. Gives you that supermodel jaw. So just going around like this. For contouring the nose is super easy. Take it and just squeeze the brush, and then you'll just run it down the sides of the nose like that. Just like so. For Alabama, thank you. Hello from Texas. So if you guys have any questions like for you exactly for whatever shade you should use or anything like that, send me a message. It's easier for me to like tell you and give you a recommendation after I've seen a photo of you than kind of guessing based on a teeny tiny profile picture that I'm seeing on my comments. So make sure that if you haven't already, definitely send me a message facing a window, send me a selfie, and I can give you a full recommendation. If I have already, make sure you scroll up in our conversation to check out my recommendation for you, and you have my link too. So if you have many wrinkles, you want a lot of moisture, because you don't want your foundation to kind of sit inside those wrinkles. So you're definitely gonna wanna make sure that you're using the setting spray, the primer, BB Flawless, and applying it with the blending buds. Makes it look super smooth. Yes, the Uology line also is a game changer for sure. All right, so for blush today, I'm gonna use this guy right here. It's a really, dropped it. It's a really pretty peachy color. So we're gonna take this on our blusher brush. Swirling in the cap always makes a huge difference, as well as shaking a lot of that product off. Smile. And then you're gonna tap very light-handedly on the apple of your cheek, working up closer to the hairline, just like so. And I like to use a super light hand so I can kind of have more control over how much pigment's going on there and where it's going. So if you ever apply your blush and you're pushing really hard and it looks really bold, that's why. So light hands. Think light hands. Yes, exactly. I know, skincare is so good. It is really amazing. I swear by it, totally transformed my skin. BB Floss first before liquid. So you could mix the two together like I did, Chris. I really like that combination. All right, so now once you've applied your blush, give yourself some color. Now we're gonna add a really pretty highlight. So I've been loving doing this lately. So I've been loving taking my Touch of the Mode luminizer in the shade Pearly in the stick and applying it on my finger like this. Look how stunning that color is. It's like this gorgeous rose gold. And then we're just going to very lightly tap this on the highest parts of your cheekbone. So essentially it'll go highlight, blush, bronzer. Just like that. And then we're using our finger because the warmth from our hand is gonna kind of melt this product into our skin so it doesn't look like a straight up line. It looks really nicely and blended. So just like that. And I kind of will overlap my blush a little bit too. So going over this. I've always had many questions when it comes to makeup. Oh my gosh, yes, my pleasure. Always, always. I am the November girl. I'm so excited, yes. When you log on to uniqueproducts.com tomorrow, my mug will be all over it. The color of the blush is the shade Supple. I'm sorry if I didn't mention that, but it's so good. People are telling me and I miss what you're saying. No worries, Cynthia. You can always message me your question too. Thanks, Janet. Okay, so now that we have on one highlight, look how stunning that is by itself. Isn't that so pretty? I love that it gives you this like dewy, like hydrated skin look. I love it. All right, so now we're gonna take the Touch of the Mode luminizer in the shade Lustrous. So this is like a powder form of it. And we're gonna use this on the bridge and tip of your nose. And then you're just going to apply this on top of that highlight that you used before. And why we're using both is because it's not only going to give it a more pop, but it kind of plays around with like the bronziness of it, and I love a good highlight. So good highlight looks really, really youthful. It looks really pretty, gives your skin this very nice dewy finish. No one is too old for a highlight, let me tell you that first off. I hear that a lot, and every time I'm like, no, it's not true. If anything, it gives your skin this healthy glow. So don't be afraid to highlight. It looks stunning. So pretty. Skincare line, I love it. I also love the Mineral Touch Pressed Powder. Yes, so good. Okay, so thank you, Peggy. So now we're going to brush out our brows and then comb out our eyelashes. So if you ever experienced that you're putting on your mascara and your lashes look clumpy or just they don't look like they should, like you want them to, my question is always, are you brushing them? You never think to brush your eyelashes. You know to brush your hair, your teeth. You don't ever think about brushing your eyelashes. So as you sleep or wash your face, you tend to rub your eyes. So the eyelashes can overlap, get crisscrossed, and get all tangled. So if you're not brushing out your lashes before you put on your mascara, I'm telling you, your mascara is going to look 10 times better. This is my favorite brush to do it. It's called the Lash Brow Comb. I think it's like $10, $15. It's such an affordable price, and I've had this for 4 years. So all of the brushes by Unique, if you haven't tried their brushes yet, definitely need to snag them. They're worth every penny. They also come in brush sets, which come at a discount. And they really, really make a difference on how the makeup looks. And remember when I first started playing around with the makeup, I slowly had to build my kit. I was balling on a budget. So I slowly had to build it. And I remember thinking one day, I was applying, I think, the liquid foundation. I was like, man, it's just not looking the same. And I talked to my Unique girl before I joined, and she asked me how I was applying it. And I told her, oh, with cheap brush at Walmart. She said, okay, well, that's why. And I thought, okay, well, I'll give it a try. So I grabbed the blending buds and I started using that, and I was blown away at how different the coverage looked using the correct products or the correct tools to apply it. So highly recommend to grab the brushes that I'm talking to you guys about and giving that a try. And again, you can always return them. So if you're not impressed, return it. I'll even help you. All right, so for the brows, we're just using the brow pencil in the shade Medium. And this is one of my favorite products by Unique, just because it's so user-friendly. So before I really knew how to draw my brows, this was the product that I taught myself with. So it's retractable tip. You never have to worry about sharpening, but look at that difference. See how this side looks much more cleaner. This side looks a little messy, and look how much more room it looks like I have on this side versus this side for eyeshadow. Isn't that amazing? It really opens up your eyes and brings them up. So if you aren't drawing your brows or even filling them in or just even giving them a little bit of structure, I highly recommend you do it. You don't even need to do it this bold. You can simply outline them, shade them in a little bit, and you can use a spoolie side and comb through the brows to lighten them up so that they're not so bold. For today's eye look, I'm actually also going to be doing an eye look that's perfect if you have hooded eyes or squinty eyes, or if you are a mature mama. This is always the eye look that my mom always asks me to do on her when I'm doing her makeup, because she loves the way it makes her eyes look. And she has really hooded eyes. Just ordered my kudos. Yay, Megan, I'm so excited. How often should you change your blending buds? Like every year and a half. Yay. I see some brushes. I ordered one of them. Was Lash. Yay, I'm so excited. You're going to love that brush. When they announced you as a November role model, that's when I started following you. Aw, thank you, Denise. We'll be sending you some pictures today. Yes, Lori, please do. I'd love to help you. Love, love, love. Mature mama here. Yes, so stay tuned for just one more second. I'm almost done with my eyebrows, and then we'll do our eyeshadow. And it's a really simple eye look. And it looks very pretty on. And it's really great if you have more oily eyelids, because it is pretty dang smudge proof, let me tell you. Okay, so now we done. And sometimes if I feel like I went too dark, I feel like I did a little too dark right there, I'll take that spoolie side and I'll just simply comb through it, and it lightens it up. Yes, how to mature eyes. Can it? Yes, you can, absolutely. Yes, yes, yes. You can always message me a picture of whatever if you need any recommendations. I am here to help you guys. Let's just try to get the messages in earlier today so I get back to you, because I'm going to take my kids trick-or-treating and I don't want to not get back to you so you get the good deals. All right, so first off, we're going to take our eyeliner, and this is in the shade Perfect. So I've been asked to do this step slower. So I take it right, see y'all in this line right here, right behind your, so my eyelashes are right here. See this line? We all have that line. You're going to take your eyeliner and you're going to put it on that line, and you're just going to simply go back and forth with it. Just like that. Now you're going to take it. We also have a line on the inner right there. So instead of like pulling my eye up and drawing it on, which you can totally do, I just simply place it on that area and I will just move it forward. I don't go back and forth with it because I don't want to scratch my eye. I just simply go forward and I'll kind of like blink onto it. So I hope whoever asked me to go slower for that step kind of explained it a little bit better. But I always try to take your guys' requests and make them into my lives. So same thing on this side, but I love this eyeliner because it actually stays where you put it, and then it also doesn't build up in your tear ducts, and it's super creamy, glides right on, and they're only $15. They come in black, white, brown, purple, you name it. So there's a ton of colors. This is the black one. It's in the shade Perfect. All right, so for today's eye look, I'm telling you, it's so easy. We're gonna start with our Beachfront bronzer in the shade Hermosa, and we're gonna grab this brush right here, which is called the Fluffy Crease Brush. This brush, you guys, is like eyeshadow game changer. It wasn't until this brush that I really felt like my shadow started looking a lot more blended and a lot more softer. So if you don't have this brush yet, it's worth every single penny. I don't even think it's that expensive because it lasts for years and years and years. But it's so good. It's a perfect amount of tapered. It's a perfect amount of fluff. It's so incredible. This also comes in the eye brush set. So if you're wanting to get all of the eyeshadow brushes, I would grab them in a set because they're discounted when they come in that set. All right, so we're just going to simply take this back and forth in the crease. And I always say when I'm doing my eyeshadow, I go rainbow, rainbow, zigzag. Rainbow, rainbow, zigzag. And that's kind of how you can keep in mind to blend it, because blending it down is just as important as blending it up. So you go halfway. Yeah, I don't really go into this area right here. I go about exactly like halfway, but it's all personal preference. Are you putting the brush on both sides of the bronzer? So I'm simply just kind of tapping it all over the place. For this bronzer, I don't use the sides. I kind of mix it all over. I really think that putting them both together like that gives you this really pretty sun-kissed glow. So highly recommend using both sides of the bronzer for not only your eyeshadow, but also your contour. Are you, oh wait, hold on. Yeah, spray foundation's so good. Figure out how to do my eyebrows and eyes. Rebecca, message me and I can give you a recommendation on products to get. Yeah, you're gonna love it. Okay, so what is that color? So this is called the Beachfront Bronzer. It's gonna be under bronzers, and it's what I use for my contour, but we're also gonna use it for our eyes. And this is in the shade Hermosa. All right, so now that we have this color all over on our eyes, now I'm gonna take this guy right here. This is called the Splurge Cream Shadow, and this is in the shade Elegant. So this is one of my favorite colors to use when I do weddings on the mother of the bride, or the mother of the groom, because of how soft and pretty it looks. It doesn't like lay into your wrinkles, your fine lines. You can put it on with a finger and it's so pretty. It has this really gorgeous, like almost glimmer. It's not a glitter. It doesn't have any fallout. It just simply draws the attention to the eyes and makes them appear much larger and brighter than they normally would. I know there can be some kind of hesitation when you're a little bit older to use a shimmer color, but I'm telling you, this color is so gorgeous on older eyes. So see how it just draws the attention to the eye? It's not glittery, it's not falling out all over the place, and you can put it on right with your finger. Isn't that pretty? It's like this champagne, it's like a champagne color. And again, it's the shade Elegant in the Splurge Cream Shadow, and these are so easy to apply, you guys. I used to joke around and call them idiot proof because anyone can do this with your finger. All you have to do is put it on your eye just like that. Just like that. And even if you get it other places, you can always clean it up. Yes, this is so good. It's so pretty. And I love these Splurge Cream Shadows. Like if you could picture what a cloud would feel like, that's exactly what this feels like in here. It feels like a cloud. Now, if you don't want to use your finger, I'm going to show you what brush you should get. Because I know some people are like, my finger's too fat. I can't get it on my eye. So, if that is the case, this is what you're going to do. You're going to take the, where are you at? You're always hiding from me. You're always hiding. I'll find you. They're both dirty, so let's see. Which one is less dirty? This one. Okay, so this is called the Cream Shadow Brush. This is actually made for the Splurge creams. So what you can do is you'll just take it on there, just kind of tap it. And then I also do like to use this when I'm finishing it up because it can get in those hard to reach areas. Just like that. And you'll just take it to the crease. Same thing over here. And you can use this in place of your finger if you didn't want to use your finger. But it just makes it easier to blend. All right, so now that we have that on, and we throw the cap. Hold on. You're just gonna take the fluffy crease brush one more time, and you're just going to blend that out really nicely, just like so. My sweater is from Barefoot Dreamer. I'm gonna give you guys full outfit details over on my Instagram as soon as I get off here. Okay, so now we're done. I'm going to actually, we'll set our makeup and then we'll do our mascara. What about the same color as Reverent? Yes, that is really comparable. This is really comparable to Reverent. I would say it's a little bit softer than Reverent, actually. It's not so like pinky. Do you think older women can wear shimmer? Absolutely. That's kind of what I was getting at, Donna. A lot of people think that when you're a certain age, you can't wear shimmer shades or glitter shades or anything like that, and that's completely false. I wouldn't recommend using something that overpowers your eye. So if you're wearing like a bright green shimmer, it might look like Mimi from the Drew Carey Show. But if you're using something very soft like that, it doesn't overpower your eye. It makes your eye bright. So it draws the attention to the eyes and makes them look larger, not so like hooded or smaller. That was the shade Elegant in the cream shadow. What about the same color? What do you think? Your eyebrows tattooed? No. Nope, not tattooed. I use the Esteem Lash Serum on my eyelashes and my eyebrows every single night before bed. Okay, so now we're going to do our mascara. So speaking of the lash serum, like I said, I use the lash serum. It's only $24 by itself. It's such a good price. On my lashes and my eyebrows every single night, which helps them be darker and a little more bold. So love, 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 love that. And then what I do is I use my primer, my lash primer, on my lashes before my mascara. This not only hydrates my lashes, which helps them become stronger, last longer, and gives me more length and volume underneath my mascara. So good. So we'll start with that, and I love that it has this curve to it. Also has an ingredient in the lash primer that actually permanently helps your lashes curl. So good. Okay, so now we're gonna use the 4D mascara. And you guys, this comes in a little kit. It's called the 4D set or 4D trio. And you get the 4D mascara, you get the lash esteem serum, so the lash serum, and you get the lash primer all together at a discount. So if you are trying to save those dollars and make your dollars work for you, I would highly recommend to make sure that you grab that set because you get all three things and it's discounted. I'm not sure how much the brush set is off the top of my head, but it is under the collections tab, or you can see it underneath the tools tab, and it has multiple collections of brushes. So you can get the full face, or you can get the full eye, or you can get the entire collection. Or you can buy them by themselves, of course. No, I would say Elegant is closer to Reverent. It's not as heavy or as like colorful as Giggly. It's more true champagne. So it's a little bit lighter. Yes, and they're different prices exactly. I think the eye brush set is cheaper. Okay, so now for the 4D, we're just going to simply work in the different sections of our eyes. So I'll work on the inside like so, and then the middle, and then the outside, and then I'll kind of graze the back of my lashes. Just like that. Isn't that amazing length and volume? I love this mascara. It's so good. So outside, inside, and then the inside corner. And then I'll graze the back, just like so. Okay, so now that our mascara is done, and I've been really liking only doing the top, I feel like it makes your eyes even like bigger, look bigger and more, I don't know, doe-eyed, as opposed to putting mascara down below. Does it help with thinner brows? Yes, so the Esteem Lash Serum, like I said, you could use it on your eyebrows and your lashes, and it does help hair grow. So if you do have thinner eyebrows, you can use it on there to get a little more thickness. Just kind of like graze the back. Like don't close your eye all the way, but simply like kind of squint, and then you'll just very gently, you're not pushing or like trying, you're just very gently doing it. Thank you. All right, so now for lips. You guys ready for a fun fall lip look? All right, so I'm gonna use, first of all, I'm gonna use the lip liner in the shade Plush. This is a really good mauve-y lip liner. I love our lip liners. They're only $15. They're super creamy. They glide on and they're smudge proof. They also help your lips look more plump. They also help to prolong the wear of your lipstick throughout the day. They do a lot. So we're gonna line our lips with this. And this is the color Plush. It's like a good mauve-y nude. I don't see anything on here. But so important, especially when you're wearing a liquid lipstick, because it's gonna help it not bleed, and it's gonna help it look amazing all day. Okay. Make sure they're even. Okay, so now that we have our lip liner done, now we're gonna go in with this super fun fall color. Let the 4 days stays and yes, absolutely, so good. All right, so we're gonna take this color right here. This is the shade Stoic in our liquid lipstick. It is this dark brick red. And it is so pretty for fall. And we're gonna take it all the way to the lip liner. And then what I love too about these applicators is they're super pointed, so you get really precise application. Just like so. Take it all the way to the lip liner. And then I like to go kind of slow around the outside of it to get it really accurate. It's another reason that I really like lining my lips first, because I kind of know where I'm going with it, you know? And I want to show you a little trick on how to clean it up if you mess up. I know, isn't this fun? Such a good dark. This would also be really pretty for like Thanksgiving. Everyone needs at least one dark lip in their collection. Okay, so now that we've done that, went real slow, made sure we got super accurate. Now what I like to do is I take my brow artist brush in this little angled side. There's nothing on this brush. This is what I like to do. Smile really awkwardly. And then any excess, you'll just kind of wipe onto your hand. This helps you get like really precise. And having it nothing on there helps that it doesn't like smudge it. Okay, so next what we're gonna do to kind of lighten it up, because I know darker colors can be a little bit intense or maybe scary to wear, so this is what I like to do as well. I like to take my concealer, and we're gonna take like the smallest amount, and I'm gonna kind of tap this on the other finger to even lessen it, and we're gonna just pop it right in the center. This is gonna lighten the lip look up ever so slightly. Like that. Kind of gives you that like ombre effect a little bit. Yes, that's perfect. So this is the shade Stoic in the liquid lipstick. So one of my favorites for Halloween, but that is the whole makeup look. I hope you guys enjoyed that. And if you haven't yet already, grab the kudos, you guys. Definitely make sure you do that today, because today is the last day to be able to grab the kudos on sale. So the kudos, if you haven't heard already, it is the foundation, the concealer, the setting spray or setting powder, and the primer. Either the hydrating primer or the Glorious Face Primer, your choice. So you get to pick all the colors, and you get to pick between the BB Flawless, Liquid Touch, Pressed Powder, Stick Foundation, all of the foundations you get to select. So you can buy multiple kudos. If you already know what colors you are, definitely make sure that you grab them today so you can stock up on them. But yeah, that is the makeup look. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you guys all have a beautiful and safe Halloween. Check that candy. And let me know if you guys need to be color matched or need any recommendations ASAP so you can get the kudos, because like I said, it ends tonight at midnight. So definitely get your orders in ASAP, and I will see you guys in November. I'm so excited for all the November stuff. I know what it all is, and you guys are gonna be obsessed. I'm so pumped for next month. If you haven't already, make sure that you sign up for my subscription service. It's super easy and it's free. All you have to do is text the number, I'm gonna write it right here, 83361, and you're gonna say Rhea Hope. So you're gonna text Rhea Hope to 83361. That will opt you in to receive my text notifications. I let you know what the Black Friday bundles are, and I already know what they are, so you're gonna know first out of anybody. So make sure that you sign up for that, so make sure that you do that. So I'm gonna let you know the Black Friday bundles, Cyber Monday deals, the new kudos for next month, and I also alert you when I go live. So definitely make sure that you sign up for my little texting service, and I will see you guys next month. Bye. Hope you have a nice Halloween. Bye.